What is up, everybody? Pumpkin Spice John here in his red flannel. Just kidding. No pumpkin spice for me. French vanilla only. That wasn't a Dunkin' Donuts cup. Wasn't a Dunkin' Donuts cup. Anyway, today is an absolute mess. Goodness. Over the last day and a half, we have gotten, I think, something like 4 inches of rain. If you look at my gorilla cart here, it's practically full. We could use this as a waterer for the alpacas. Speaking of the alpacas, look at these poor wet ladies over here. They have been dealing with some stupid rain, so I decided to let them over into this pasture, because we're probably going to get only a few more weeks of actual grass over here. So figured I'd let them have at it for a little while. Right, Sophie? You can see Sophie's a big fan of the camera and the rain. Right, Soph? Anyway. So like I said, it's been a wet, rainy, disgusting mess. And Catherine, whose now main source of income is dog walking, had like 14 dog walks yesterday when it rained like 4 inches. So, it's fall is here. Like, actually, tomorrow is October 1st, which is wild. And it is chilly. I have pants on. Again, that's not a Dunkin' Donuts cup, I promise. Okay, it is a Dunkin' Donuts cup, because I went to the post office and I was feeling really tired, and there's a Dunkin' Donuts right next to the post office, so I treated myself. Anywho, so it has been a wet, disgusting mess. It's been really cold, and yesterday we had some, I wouldn't call it flooding, but it's just, when it rains and it's cold, everything stinks. Emus are cold and wet. Chickens are cold and wet. And nothing is worse than wet, disgusting chicken stuff. Right, chickens? Anyway, so I'm coming to you live from Old Reading Farm. And I'm just gonna try to make it through this disgusting wet day. So, you can just see the havoc that the rain hath wrought down here. Luckily, the barn is nice and dry, but look at this. We've got rivers down here, man. And it was worse yesterday. It was pretty nasty. But you can see there's water everywhere. So today, Catherine is actually at a craft show, because if you've been watching our last couple videos, you know that we didn't go to one show because we had some car trouble, and then it just ended up, it was raining, so it was gross, so we didn't go. But today, Catherine went to the Reading Congregational Church show. She's already made $270 for sawdust and sapwood, which is our chainsaw carving, which is great. And she's always a little sad because the chainsaw carving seemed to do better than the alpaca stuff for now. But I think that's only a matter of time before the alpaca stuff picks up. Just because, it's not quite cold enough yet. It's cold and wet today, but it's not quite cold enough yet. But anyway, so, we're looking towards the future. And so it is October, which means we have October, November, December. So we have 3 months. 3 months. And then, we have 3 months of craziness where we have craft shows every weekend, and I'm working my butt off to try to get a bunch of carvings done. Catherine is working her butt off to get them all painted. And let's see, so next weekend I have the Lafayette Apple Fest, which is in upstate New York. So I'm going there and I'm camping there. And so the only problem is with all these shows is that, we go to them and it's it takes up the whole weekend, and we have weekends fully booked. And so I can't really get anything done here, and I can't get any carving done. So it's I have to prep a week in advance, and it's so now All of our inventory is basically out with Catherine. We both have shows tomorrow, so it's a lot of stuff going on, but it's all good. Good problems to have. Good problems to have. So, why am I down here? Because I'm sort of trying to look towards the future. Look at this big rock. Just in the middle of our pasture. And like, it wasn't always there. It's gotten a lot bigger over the years. But anyway, after the next few months, in January, we are basically time off until February. Because at the end of February is the Connecticut Flower and Garden Show. And that was a big one for us last year, and I think it's going to be even better this year. So down here at the boy pasture, one of the things I want to do is basically just fence in that whole area going to our property line, which is like 20 feet from that giant house right there. And I think ideally I would just let the boys go in there and knock everything down and fertilize that whole field. And while they're over there doing that, we could seed over here and get this to grow grass. Because one of the smart things that I did down here was plan ahead, which is something that we don't have the ability, the foresight. Oh, mate, we don't have the foresight for that, mate. Anyway, sorry for that. We usually don't have enough forethought to do this, but we planned out for rotational grazing down here. So basically what we can do is we can close the boys in here, open that little gate right there, and that'll be, you know, another pasture right there. So originally the plan was to have this set up for 4 pastures, which we don't have right now. But I think, again, looking towards the future, and I don't know if this is going to be a 2024 project or if it's going to be like a 2026 project. But so basically, so we could have 1 pasture over there, basically mimicking what this is right here. So we just kind of double it going that way. And then the other thing that we can do is we could put a little gate right here, put a pasture over that way, because our property extends pretty far that way. I think another almost 200 feet. So that would be another big pasture. We could also, oh, you know what we could do? So if we, all right, so we have this gate right here. And then if we end it right here at another gate here, we have one over there. Yeah, so anyway, you know, I should be out carving and Catherine's gonna be mad, but she also does not like it when we miss videos, and we missed uploading a video on Monday. So that's what I'm doing, being productive. But anyway, you know, I don't know necessarily that that's going to be a next year project, but it's going to be one coming up. And you know, so I think there's a way that we can quadrant this off so that basically, you know, this is the boys' home base, but we can let them go in different pastures, basically just by closing 1 or 2 gates and opening one other, which will be nice. Oh, it'll be very nice. I also have my manure pile over there, which I need to do some turning in, but you know, I did not, although I didn't get a tractor with a cab, because I was like, oh, I need no cab. But like, on days like today, it would be nice to have a cab just so I could do some stuff while it's not raining. But anyway, we have some other sort of exciting news. I talked in a video a couple weeks ago about getting a larger sawmill. And you guys, you helped me convince Catherine to get it. So we're gonna spend a bunch of money on a big sawmill, and I think it'll be good. So maybe what I'll do now is take you down there and show you sort of what my plans are. Now, it is messy down there, very messy. That's because I've been so like focused on carving and everything else that I haven't had a chance to do any cleanup. Because it's just like I don't have any time, you know? You know, it almost comes down to, and I'm sorry, I bet you a lot of our farming and homesteading friends would agree on this. A lot of times, cost is not the biggest problem. Time is the biggest problem. Time is the most valuable commodity that we have. Because even on days like today, so I've been filming, so this one's been going 7 minutes, so I probably have you know, a total of like 15 minutes time filming this video so far. But, you know, it's time that I'm not spent carving right now. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why I was looking at the bigger sawmill. Bigger sawmill means we can use larger logs. Larger logs yield more wood. More wood generally equals more money, but it's also like, you know, even these size logs behind me, which all in all are not that big, they won't fit on my mill. And so I'll be able to rip right through those with the bigger sawmill. And so you can see sort of how much of a mess it is over here. We're doing a lot of milling, with a lot of offcuts, but anyway, let me show you what I got planned for down here. All right, so that's where I came in right there. So one of the things that we want to do with my tree guy is to figure out a way to get the logs to the mill. And so once I have the new mill set up, we will sell this old mill, because while I'm sure I would be able to use this for any smaller logs we got, we don't really need it. So my thought is I'm going to put the new mill basically right here. So it's sort of right near my chainsaw shed. And then, you know, as I come in, I can come in this way with the tractor or whatever. And so there's a path outside there that you can see. And then it sort of opens up to a big area over there. So I'm thinking that maybe there's a way that he can come in, bring his big truck over here, and maybe dump logs somewhere over there, so that I can come in with the forks, pick them up, and load them this way. Although there is something to, you know, if we have a bunch of big logs, you know, it may be easier to try to get them somewhere where we can roll them. But we'll have to see. So let's see. Because over here, this is like the last real flat area we have in this area, basically. I mean, I could put it maybe over there. That might work. And then maybe if he can even come in this way, dump logs over here, because it does pitch that way. But anyway, that's where I was originally going to put that mill, and then it just became easier to put it over there. So that's something we'll have to figure out, but not really worried about it, because I'm not going to do anything related to that until January. That was one of the particulars of the deal I made with Catherine. Is, you know, she was concerned that I would start like working on the site work and grading, and, you know, if we need to take down any trees or anything like that. And it's like, you know, like I was saying, time, very valuable commodity, so can't be spending time doing that until we have the time, which will be January. And then from there, we can do a lot of other projects. We have so many projects to do, but fencing would be one of them. So it would be good to get that taken care of. And I would also really like if we could start like putting in nice fencing as we go, as opposed to doing the wire fencing. Because if there's one thing I don't like doing things twice. And so even though it's easy to put in the wire fencing with the T-posts, it's like if we can do it with wood, let's, you know. And so like with this bigger mill, if I get some big logs on there and I can just tear through and get a bunch of 4x4s, I mean, even if we put the 4x4s in and put the wire fencing on top of it, that I think I would be more happy doing that, because then that way we can at least, you know, redo it. We can just take the wire off and put the boards on like we did over in the new pasture. So I think maybe that's the plan going forward, but we'll have to see. Anyway, it is a disgusting rainy day here. Thank you guys for keeping me company for a little while. I'm gonna do some carving, wish Catherine luck at her show, and what the hell's going on with my hair. Thanks for watching. See you next time.